everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is RACHELRAE, and today we're going to have a little Wipnchat. That's a work in progress. That's what WIP stands for, work in progress in chat. And this is so fun. This is the first Wipnchat that I'm going to do with my Winter with DAC canvas. So this diamond painting is called Galaxy, and the original artist is Emily the Goober. So definitely check out her stuff. She is a licensed with Diamond Art Club, and she has incredible paintings. I really like her style, and I thought this picture would be my favorite. There are a couple things that I want to show you before we get started, because I started officially on December the 1st at midnight, and I laid down some drills, and then I tried to lay down some drills yesterday, but it was really busy. So today I'm going to show you how I section my diamond painting. This is not my idea, it's just something that I learned from several different YouTube friends, other creators here. So you don't have to do this, but there are quite a few people who have asked in the past, like, how do I section off my diamond paintings? If it's got a clear cover, not an opaque, then I like to do this method just so that I can kind of visualize how much I want to do in a sitting, or, you know, you don't have to do it anyway. What I use is washi tape, which you can buy from a stationery store, or, you know, if you've got a Michael's, or if you go on to Amazon, which I don't really recommend, but you can. The only reason I don't recommend is because small businesses need our help, and can't get our help if we are funding the big giants. So what I do is I just lay down my washi tape along the line of the drills. And in this case, this is a square diamond painting, so I'm just following the grid as best as I can, and then I cut it off. So I've got a section that's about the length of my hand. That's so that I don't get my sleeve or too much of my skin on the actual diamond painting itself. And so I do this in strips, going all the way along the canvas horizontally. So I just kind of like eyeball it, and keep in mind that it's going to start from the top of that line. So these are going to be a little bit smaller than the top one, maybe about here. And you can make them as large or small as you like, and you can move this. This is very easy to move once it's laid down. Yeah. And just keep going. And I'll be right back when I've got it all done, sideways and then up and down. I'll be right back. So you can be more or less precise if you want with the size and the shape of your squares, but I really don't, you know, mind either way how big the square is itself. Because sometimes it's nice to work on irregularly sized ones. I've kind of cut it roughly down the middle and then, you know, sectioned it off like that. So there are 4 by 5, so there's 20 squares here, which is perfect. I don't know if I can commit to a square a day, but we will see. I'm sure that some days I'll be able to get more than one of these sections done at a time. And also, really, really quick before I keep going, you definitely don't have to, you don't have to finish by the end of the month. So, all right. I'm going to put all the rules down below for Winter with DAC if you're interested. So now is the part that I get questions about all the time. How do you know, rip the paper? So I make a small cut along the washi tape here. I hope you could see that. And I'll make sure that you can see this one. So lift up the cover paper and then make a small cut along the plastic, in the plastic along the washi tape, right? And then take your plastic sheet, hold down the washi tape very, very strong, and then pull along that washi tape. It'll act as a ruler or like a guide for the plastic to go along, and it should rip pretty much perfectly. If it doesn't rip perfectly, it's okay. Then you can kind of fold that back, and if you finish, or if you don't finish this piece, then it's still okay. You can cover it with this paper, and you can do that either way, you know, sideways or, you know, pulling it down. I pull it down because I'm going to be having my hand over here. So let me find a cover minder to hold that back. Cool. So these are all from friends. Thank you so much for these. They are so cute. This one says Tea and a Friend, the perfect blend. And then I chose two purple ones. One is a paw print and the other is like this pretty galaxy glass one. And I really love them. Thank you so much. I am using a pen from Lexi Lily Crafts with her 4-placer. Is it 4-placer or 5-placer curved multi-placer? I hope you can see that. I have the unboxing of this coming up to the channel tomorrow, so please have a look at that in the Thankful Thursday. And then I've also got Pam's Pick and Pam's trays. Unfortunately, this fell in the ground and it broke, but it's still perfect, in good condition, and I really like this tray. I like the way it's shaped, and I like how the drills move in it. So I'm going to go ahead and use this today. And as always, I'm using, well, not always, but I'm using my Harbor Freight. And I got this in the gift box as well during my Thankful Thursday. This is a cover minder. I actually should take it off this drill packet and put it here. And this is just going to collect my trash drills, if I have any. I've only gotten one so far, but I've only done that much of the painting. So this is going to be super fun. Let's find a drill to start with. Now, I typically, when I start a new diamond painting, I open up the top left corner because I'm right-handed and I don't want my hand to be, or my arm to be on the drills, the exposed drills, and then because I get fluff all around. But what I like to do is I like to work from the right side to the left side of the exposed section. Some people got confused when I said I work left to right, but then they watch me go right to left in the section. That's just so that my hand doesn't stick. Whatever works for you is the best thing to do. So I'm gonna just start over here and then we'll work our way outward. How about that? So let's start with the, I think that's black. I think that's the 310. Oh no, it's 939. Is there 310? I don't think there's any 310. So this is the little dot symbol. And if you're wondering, those little blue things are unstoppables. I'll make sure that I have a link down below for you so you can see them. They're to prevent static cling, and they're actually working really, really well, surprisingly. Or maybe not surprisingly. I gotta move you. Sorry, tea. You're gonna go up there. Today I'm having cinnamon tea, and it is so good. All right, let me, oh, and in the pen, because I get these questions a lot. In the pen, I am using Quake Hold. Where is it? I had it a minute ago. Sorry, I had it a minute ago. I don't know what I did. But it's like, it's almost like blue tack, except it works really, really well. Take my word for it. It's totally worth it. It's not something that I would typically expect to work for diamond painting, but trust me, it works really well. So I'm playing with that at the moment. And then we got to go for F, which is 823. And I think that's everything that, like, supplies wise. So let's get into it. So hi, how are you doing today? Today was a really good day for us. And I think, like, honestly, it could have been, well, I wouldn't say that it could have been more productive, because I think that we were quite productive, but I felt like I wasn't productive. Okay, hang on. So have you ever tried Well, if you've ever filled out a job application, you know how like they ask you all of these really vague questions and you gotta kind of brag about yourself? Well, my husband is trying to apply for a job. And the one thing that he hates the most about trying to apply for a new job and the whole job process is to fill out the applications, because they make you try to talk about yourself in a really positive way. And he struggles with that. Anybody else? Please let me know. Well, you don't have to actually let me know down below, but if you understand what I mean, you know, yeah. Because he, at the moment, is just, I'm just picking out the ones that have nibs on them so that I don't have to use them. There are a few trash drills in here. This is an older kit, by the way. Just FYI, it is an older kit, so it's going to have a few of these not great ones, but they're okay. They're okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so he's trying to fill out this application form today, and he is just struggling. Well, he started 2 days ago. The application form is like 3 questions, right? Well, yesterday it was so disheartening, because like every time I'd walk past the oh, they all got stuck in the spout. Every time I walked past the kitchen, he was huffing and being like, oh, I'm so frustrated, you know? And for me, that's frustrating for me too, because I know that there's not much I can do in that moment, because it's all anxiety for him, you know? And as someone who struggles with anxiety, I totally understand. And I told him, I was like, listen, sorry if I'm shaking the thingy. I was like, listen, let's just sit down tomorrow with some coffee and, you know, a bun or something, and we are gonna work on it together, and we're gonna submit it, and I won't leave your side until it's ready to go, okay? And he was like, okay. So, real, like, true story, woke up at 11 a.m. because the weather is just so dull that my body did not wake up until 11. And that, I guess that's the positive side of not having to set an alarm clock, but still, I was like, dang, it's really late. So we are sitting there and we worked on it. I think it took us maybe an hour or so. And eventually, like, I took over the computer. I just was like, okay, listen, you sit there, I'll sit here. I'm going to move the monitor so you can't see. I'm going to write down what you say, and then we're going to tweak it a little bit, right? There's a drill stuck. Oh, good. Just use your pen to finagle it out of there. And the next color is 550, my favorite. So, you know, and then I write down everything he's saying basically to me, like all the things he's done, which I think he struggles to do anyway. And then I go, all right, so we've got all this information about you, all the things that you've done, that you've achieved, that you've worked on, that are relevant to the role that you're going for. So how about, you know, you look over it, but I think it's good. And then if I'm a perfectionist, I don't know what he is, because he is like next level perfectionist, which you wouldn't know by just like meeting him. So he starts like changing words and all this, and I was just like, okay, all right, change a word, but like don't sit there and work on it or stare at it until you get so mad. You know what I mean? Because it's not an easy thing to do. It's just like go to an online thesaurus and try to find words that are still like that people still use, but you know, because I think one of the words that we we used twice in one sentence or one description was information. I was like, what's another word for information? But anyway, we got it in the end. You know, we got there in the end, and I was like, okay, you've worked on this for an hour. You still have 2 days before you have to turn it in. If you're not 100% satisfactory with what we worked on today, I need you to walk away from this right now, have a cup of tea and everything, and we'll come back to it tomorrow morning. But tomorrow I'm going to set an alarm because, yeah, I can't sleep until 11 tomorrow. You know, we'll work on it again tomorrow, and it'll be fine. It'll be grand. We can do this. And like the relief that I could feel from him was awesome. So that was nice. That was a good way to start the day. And I filled up my currently waiting Etsy orders. Just have to get those labels made. I did restock the shop with some more of those thin multi-placers, and I now have actual complete packs of them. So if you'd like to buy the whole set of 3 to 15, you can find them in the shop, RACHELRAEcraft.etsy.com. The link is down below. And I will be closing the shop at the end of this weekend, which is I don't remember what date that is. But, what is it? Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the 6th or the 7th of December, I'm going to close the shop for December, the rest of December, because I won't be able to fulfill and ship the orders in time because I'm leaving. And it's just temporary, obviously. I was going to let James take over, but I don't feel comfortable without me here. I don't know. I'm a control freak. I accept this, but it is really important to me. So, you know, yeah. Also, I really like doing it myself. So I love this curved multi-placer. This is so fun to use. It's so much easier to like, how many do I need? 4? 4. It's so nice to rock with. So yeah, I'll definitely put Lexi Lily down below. Right, so that was my day today. Today is Wednesday. Ooh, how did you like the Arteza video yesterday? I worked really hard to try to push through my own personal feelings about I'm not an artist and all of this, you know, defeatist kind of stuff. I did have a really good time experimenting with those watercolor pens. I'm not perfect, but I did enjoy it. So have a look. It's only a 5-minute video. And let me know what you think. That would be nice. I gotta drink that tea while it's still hot. All right, let's do, ooh, this is a nice lavender color. Why don't we go to that one? It is the letter A, which is here, 333. So, some information about Winter with DAC. I know it's kind of late into the video to be talking about it, but I do have, I'm going to write out all of the rules and, you know, all that kind of stuff down below. But of course, if you have more questions, you can just, you know, leave them in a comment or something if you like. I know there are a lot of people out there who are helping me out and answering questions, so thank you so much. If you are directing questions to me, please send them to my business page and not my personal page because I won't get them. I don't answer the messages there for lots of personal reasons. So please message my business page, Rachel Rae, on Facebook or Instagram if you have questions that you need me specifically to answer. Otherwise, we have a whole bunch of people out there who can help. There is a Facebook group if you would like to join the Facebook group and follow along. It is for participants. let's say, for example, I had a question earlier, can I still post in the group if I don't have a Diamond Art Club, but I still want to follow along and, you know, play along, but not enter the giveaway? That's perfectly fine. There's no shame in that game. I totally understand. We want to be as open as possible. It's only the form that requires, like, if you want to enter the giveaway portion, then it does have to be a DAC. But if you want to just join us and have fun and share the holiday spirit and like be in a group of crafty people, join us on the Facebook group. If you're not a Facebook person, join in on Instagram. Share your progress using the hashtag winterwithDAC. That would be awesome. I look forward to following the progress there and watching all the entries that come in, and hopefully involving at least some of the pictures of people who are following and working along with us. It would be really fun to do. I don't know how long I can do that. So I don't want to say I'll keep doing it forever, but I really like watching your progress. So thank you all so much for joining in and having a good time with us. Again, if you're interested in reading the rules and knowing how to do something or anything like that, please look at the rules first. And then if it's not clarified, you can definitely leave me a message. So for today's episode, I was thinking about doing a few tag questions because why not? I think it's fun to do. And I'd love to hear your answers too. I'm going to link the Christmas tag in the description box. So if you're a creator and you want to join in, and if you're participating and you want to do the tag, or if you're not participating but you still want to do the tag, that's fine. Why not? I didn't make the tag. I just did a search and found one that I liked. It is from, I don't even know how to pronounce it, wisledge.com. Not really sure. And so let's get started. And if you want, you can answer them too in the comments. Like I said, I'd love to see your answers. So here we go. Number 1, what is your favorite Christmas carol? I haven't looked at these questions, so yeah. I'm a weirdo. So when I was in high school, I was in a madrigal choir and we sang really old English songs. Yeah, that was the thing when I was in high school, and I loved it so much. I really did. I enjoyed acting and singing so much in show choir. So there is one that I love. I'm trying to remember. Yes, it's called O Magnum Mysterium. It's a carol that's actually in Latin, of course. And there are a few different arrangements of it. I can't put it in the video because I will be copyright stricken, I'm sure. But if you search for it, it's a beautiful composition for 4-part or 5-part. I think they have two different versions. There might be more actually now, but it was so much fun to sing, and I get it stuck in my head quite regularly still, which is always fun to try to explain to people while you're going around singing very happily in Latin. It brings back happy memories of my childhood. I know it's a kind of a complicated answer, but if I had to choose one, yeah, it's definitely my favorite. Please check it out on Google. I typically listen to that at least once every Christmas season. At least once. I'll try to remember to leave a link. Number 2, which Christmas candles are your favorite? Oh, do you mean like scents of candles maybe? Because, yeah. That's a good question. I think if it was like a baked sugar cookie or something like that, I'd like that just for the holidays. But in general, I don't change out my scents. I do have a whole lot of warm pear and cider and ones like that. But I don't know, this year is a little bit different. So I haven't really gotten in the mood, so to speak. Number 3, what is the best gift you have ever received for Christmas? I'm gonna have to think about this for a sec. Because I guess if you were talking like, and I have to look for a drill anyway, if you're talking about like a big ticket gift, it was probably my first ever laptop. Oh my gosh, the feeling that I had when I saw that. I was 16, 17, maybe 17, I think. Yeah, I was just turning 17, and wow, that was a big gift for little me. But it was incredible timing because, yeah, I had a boyfriend at the time, just started dating, and he went to a different school than me, so it allowed us to be able to communicate more often. And I mean, that was back in the day of dial-up, y'all, so, you know, wasn't like, we did eventually get on there for hours and hours, and then I get, you know, my head bitten off. Get off the landline, that kind of thing. I didn't get a phone until I was, what, 18? And it was only for emergency phone calls. So, yeah. If you're younger than I am, you might not understand. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I'm not going to judge you. All right, I got to pull this back a little bit. That plastic cover does sometimes get on my nerves. And I totally understand why some people will take off that cover and replace it with an opaque cover. No judgment here. I just don't. I like the slipperiness of the poured glue, and I find that in the past when I've covered it, it just doesn't, like, it's not as shiny anymore. It's not that it's not as sticky, it's just not shiny, and I don't like that. That's all. All right. Number 4, what's your usual plan for Christmas? Well, these days it is open gifts here, if we have any. I usually just give James his gift whenever it arrives. So I just don't wait. It doesn't really matter. It's just the idea that I got, you know, you get something for someone and you're just thinking of them, so I just give it to him. And don't worry about the day and all that. But then on Christmas Day, we will go to his mother's. Those are the same. We go to his mother's house and we have a quick lunch, like just a little sandwich or something. We usually get poinsettias and go to all the graves. So there's her mother and father, Ted's mother and father, and Ted as well, James's father. So we visit the graves, put flowers at the graves, which I thought was really weird when I first got here because I don't remember ever visiting graves when I lived in Virginia. But I think it's really nice because you're putting them first, you know, and thinking of your ancestors and all that kind of stuff. What is tea? It's in here somewhere. Tea. Ooh. One thing is for sure, those Unstoppables are really, really, really strongly scented. I think I put too many in. I should start taking some out. I was just worried about, here, come on. I was just worried about the static cling, you know, so I'm just gonna have one and I'm gonna start taking out the rest. Do I have, yeah, I'll use this. Because that's very strong. Every time I open this now, it's like a little too much. They are super, super strong scented, so I don't recommend them to people who have allergies to scents, which I didn't know was a thing until a few weeks ago. So thank you, whoever you were that explained that to me. I had no idea. Right. So that's the plan. We go to the graves and then we come back and we put dinner on the table, watch crap on TV. It's always like, you know, Home Alone, movies you've seen 1,000 times before, but they're comfort movies, you know, so there is something nice about that. But I have been, like, last year I took the, sorry, memories, Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Nutcracker Parade cross stitch, and that was so fun. I finished it on Christmas Day. I really pushed and I finished it, and my mother-in-law was like, whoa, cool. And then the year before that, my father-in-law passed away on Christmas Eve. The project that I had been working on was this beautiful peacock, and I kept working on it as much as I could, but honestly, I think I gave up because, you know, we had to I don't know how to explain this without it sounding terrible, but we had to entertain people. You know, people started coming in, wanting to visit with Mary and comfort her. And for me, that was really hard, but that it's not about me, but, you know, like I personally wanted to just be left alone, but that is the whole idea, is that, you know, everyone swoops in, they take off all of the pressure of running the home, and you get to talk about what happened and how you feel and get it off your chest. And as a very, like, introverted person, I just wanted the time to, like, sit and think and reminisce about my father-in-law and appreciate him that way. But that's just not the Irish way, you know. So that was a little difficult, but I'm so glad that we had that support system there, you know what I mean? I definitely don't take it back or anything. I didn't not appreciate it, but it was just a really difficult week being Christmas and everything as well. But hey ho, I mean, it's just a part of life, and we have to take it in stride. So yes, that is the usual thing. And then after dinner, we just kind of sit around and we might play games and things, like pulling Christmas crackers, doing scratch cards, playing some board games and stuff. It gets really fun. One year we did like a massive 3D puzzle. Another year we played the game of life, and we've played Monopoly and stuff. That's dangerous though. I'm really competitive. I don't look like I'm competitive, and I probably don't sound competitive, but y'all, you get me involved in a game, and yeah. Except Among Us. Apparently I'm crap at Among Us, so I'm passing on that one. I like the memes and stuff, but I just keep dying. too quickly in that game to even know how to play. All right, let's see. Where are we time-wise? Oh, 35 minutes. Wow. Number 5, how do you decorate your Christmas tree? Oh, this year we don't have a Christmas tree because I'm leaving in a few days and James is probably going to be at his mother's house most of the time. Like he's bringing the dog with him and they're just going to hang out with her. It's tease. Yeah. Sorry. I just like looked at the canvas and then I was like, wait, what symbol? So he said, and I asked him last night, you know, or was it this morning? I think it was this morning actually. I asked him, you know, do you want to decorate? Like, do you want to put up a Christmas tree or something? Because, you know, I saw a post on Crafters Anonymous, the group I share with Mrs. Coffee, and someone was sharing their Christmas tree and they were like, please show me your Christmas trees. I'd love to see them because they are very involved, you know, like there's a lot of time and energy that goes into them. And you guys, like, they were so pretty and I just had a moment where I was all emotional. I was like, oh, I don't have a tree. But I'll tell you about our trees. We have had a few trees in our time and they are all real and alive. They're not chopped off at the bottom. They have a root ball at the bottom. So you can take them when you're done with them for the season, you take them outside and you plant them. Well, the first, was it 2018? We had, it was 2018 was Good King Wenceslas. Yeah. Good King Wenceslas was a beautiful miniature evergreen tree. And he served us well. He lived outside in a pot for an entire year and survived the summer and everything in a pot. And then I think, yeah, and then it was the next winter that I was like, this is cruel, this is torture to the tree, you have to plant the tree. So James planted him by our polytunnel, our greenhouse. And that tree is still thriving and it's beautiful. It's the one that I took a picture of the little Christmas ornaments that I've got in the shop. That's the tree, Wenceslas. And then 2019, we got a tree named, and it wasn't a tree. Okay. 2019, we got a bush. Yeah, we got a bush. We got a hedge, actually. It was one small piece of a hedge. You would plant many of them, like about, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 feet apart from each other, and it will make a cedar hedge eventually. But no matter, James came into the house. He was like, I got the Christmas tree. I was like, yay, let's see. And he showed it to me and I was like, babe, that's a bush. It was so funny. Anyway, oh, I missed one. I missed a color. Of course I did because I'm chatting away. And that one I nicknamed Tiny Tim. His name was Noel is how they pronounce that in Ireland. But I gave him the nickname Tiny Tim because he was teeny tiny. Noel, unfortunately, did not last very long. He didn't have enough water to his roots or enough something, or rather, maybe he got infected or something, but he did not make it. So this year I was just kind of like, you know, peeking around the shops and stuff and thinking, you know, which one will we get this year? But he doesn't want to get one because he won't be here to enjoy it. And he was like, it won't be Christmas without you, babe. And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to miss him like crazy. All right, let's see. So, sorry, how do you decorate? We have a few baubles, but that's it. We don't have very much to... sorry, I gotta fix the tape because it's sliding down. And if I don't have it taped to my table, then it'll slide around. Number 9. So we usually decorate with like a strand of battery operated lights. So I use purple lights. I really like the white, like clear lights, the really bright ones, or even the soft ones. Those are fine too. Do you know what I mean? Like the hue of the color. Yeah, I'm not explaining this well. Anyway, I put those on, and then it's just a hodgepodge of ornaments. I don't have like a perfect tree with the same pretty like themey decorations, but I do love looking at trees like that. There's one lady in the group, and she has a mermaid and seahorse tree, and it is freaking awesome. I love it so much. And the lady that started the thread, her tree looks like a Whoville tree. It's so pretty with all the ribbons and everything. So yeah, no judgment. Decorate your tree however you want, but mine ends up looking like, I don't know, like an elf threw up on it or something. But that's okay. It works for me. I don't mind. Do I have any more 9s? I bet you there's one hiding somewhere. Okay, no, doesn't look like it. Okay, good. That always happens to me. Okay. Number 6 is, what is your favorite Christmas movie? What's your favorite Christmas movie? I'm going to say probably Home Alone. Home Alone. Where is the next symbol? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. 917. I love Home Alone, and I really like the scene with the mac and cheese. Like, yes, that is me. I don't want a big fancy meal. I just want some mac and cheese, okay? Like, please don't judge me. Especially with all of the ice cream afterwards. Yes. I don't know. I like those really like cheesy old, well, it's not that old, but you know, it feels old to me. Scrooged, the Muppets Christmas Carol, stuff like that. I like family movies and some not so family movies, but I just have this kind of fondness for like the original Grinch movie and stuff like that. I typically, let me know down below, are you a Nightmare Before Christmas fan at Christmas or at Halloween? I think it's based on like my friends, it's 50-50. I am watching that at Halloween, not at Christmas. But it could be watched at both. So there are a lot more movies that I like as well. I love watching all the, you know, like weird adventure action movies that I never watch during the year at Christmas as well. Aw, the next one, number 7. Have you ever celebrated Christmas alone? Yes, I have, and it wasn't so bad. You know, the good thing about celebrating Christmas alone is that you get to do whatever you want. You get to be selfish, and trust me, that was actually really great. Now, at the time, I had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was just about to meet James, actually, on New Year's Eve. But I spent that Christmas alone, and, you know, it wasn't so bad. Why did I pour that money in my tray? Tell me. Brain. Oh, so that I could take out those little beads, because it is overwhelming. These colors are so pretty together. But if you're celebrating Christmas alone or with limited family this year, which we all should be because of COVID, fear not, because this actually ties in really well with what I wanted to announce to you all. Pippa Brown here on YouTube, she is also a diamond painting video creator. She unboxes a lot of things and does epic Wipnchat chats where she talks about her family's adventures in the Tasmanian bush recently, and she has done it again. She has decided to get us all together and do an entire, like, is it 47 hours or something of, I could be wrong on that number, of back-to-back video premieres. So a premiere in YouTube is like a live stream, except the video was created beforehand, uploaded to YouTube, and then it was set to release at a specific time. So all these people were invited to create an hour long, no longer than an hour long video. Mine is going to be a little bit under, just an hour long video, and there will be a playlist, a whole playlist of all of the videos, so that if you're alone or if you are wanting a laugh, it was so much fun last year. In fact, if you want to go check it out, last year's playlist is still there on her channel. I'll try to get a link down there. They're like, notably, and I was just telling James about this, I'm getting shivers thinking about it because it was so funny. Creative Mayhem's video from last Christmas was so funny. So funny. And I was sad that I had to miss it. Like, obviously, you know, you need to spend time with your family and your loved ones during Christmas time. But this is meant more for people who can't, or maybe they're isolated, maybe they're sick, and they're alone in their room, or whatever it is. But obviously, if you have family, like, go spend time with them. The videos will be there later. But for those people who are there and they're awake and they're in the room, it gives them the opportunity to have a chat in the live chat. So the creator is not live, but the chat is live. So you can actually talk to people, have a conversation with someone else, and at the same time be entertained by the video. So it's a really great idea. Thank you, Pippa, for organizing it. I will be participating, and I will be the last slot. So I'm taking it very seriously, and I have convinced my husband to do the Chubby Bunny Challenge with me. And hopefully we can do a few other things as well, just to make it super fun for all of us. So that is my exciting news. I will be premiering at something like 4 to 5 a.m. Eastern time, I think. 9 to 10 a.m. Irish time on Boxing Day, aka St. Stephen's Day, aka the day after Christmas. So that is so exciting. I'm really, really, really looking forward to it, because I won't have the internet to be able, this is the sad part, I won't have the type of internet needed to be able to watch and be present. So if there's anybody out there who is a moderator of mine that will be available around that time and they would like to moderate my chat, you don't have to be like active, like talking to people if you don't want to, but just to make sure that there are no trolls. If not, that's okay too. Like, I don't care. I just don't want anybody to have a bad time, you know what I mean? But it's okay. I mean, people can report trolls in the live chat even if they're not a moderator, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I'm super excited. So tonight I'm going to be recording the Chubby Bunny portion. After dinner, of course. We're not going to ruin our dinner with a bunch of sugar. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. And I hope that those of you who are having to spend Christmas alone this year because of reasons, that you find it entertaining and fun, and that you have a good time, because that's all everybody was thinking of when they signed up to participate in this little premiere-a-thon type thing. We're just thinking about those who can't celebrate Christmas. And for those of you who can but need to watch later, that's okay too. I would highly recommend going back and watching some of those old videos especially if you're like stuck on videos to watch, which I don't know how that's possible because there's so many diamond painting videos out there right now, and Wipnchats, and oh, my favorite are the post reviews. I love watching when someone's finished a painting and they're talking about it and they're just like, oh my God, I can't believe it's finished. Yay. Because that's how I feel every time I finish, which I haven't finished a diamond painting in a long time, so I don't even remember how that feels. But yes, that is the crack with that. I think I'm nearly finished. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I needed to say. Oh, yes, it is the end or the beginning of December, so I want to invite you, if you are interested, to join my Patreon. I don't, like my friend Mrs. Coffee, I don't like to advertise Patreon on my channel at the end of the month because I don't want you to get charged consecutively, you know, like really close together. But I do have a Patreon account, and at the very moment, Patreon is pay what you want. My Patreon. Sorry, not everybody's, but my own. So when you go into my Patreon page, there aren't any tiers. You just donate what you want. And it will take that amount out of your bank account. And basically what'll happen is it gives you behind the scenes videos. Every week I upload this month I'm doing vlogs, which I might keep up actually. I'm doing vlogs, and those are not available on the normal channel because I talk at length about, you know, private stuff, which not everybody wants, and I don't want it to be out there publicly. And you get a special discount to my store, my Etsy store, and you'll get the weekly, excuse me, I'm saying a lot. You get the weekly schedule. So whatever I'm going to do on the channel, you get to find out first, which is pretty cool. There's also pictures of Luna and all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds like a fun thing for you, please check out my Patreon account. Next month, though, things are going to change. I'm going to create tiers, and I'm going to have more perks. I do typically have a Patreon member only live stream once a month, which will more than likely not be possible this month because I'm going to the States and I won't have a stable internet connection for that sort of thing. But if I am able, then I will let everyone know through the Patreon service that will be possible. But at the moment, I'm guessing probably not. Also, I was giving a Patron of the Month gift, which I cannot do for December because I won't be here. So, again, if you're interested, please check it out. I will be putting up vlogs for when I'm over there as often as I can. Little snippets of what I'm doing while I'm home. But yeah, that's enough about that. I just thought that I might as well throw it out there just in case, because I don't really talk about it too much, and just see if that would be something you'd be into. So you're cordially invited. Okay, guys, I think that's about all the time I have today. My throat is getting really dry, so I'm going to go ahead and go. That's good progress, though. I'm really liking it, and I missed squares so bad. I'll go ahead and put up a picture on Instagram as soon as I'm finished my sections so that you can see my progress. So that's it for me. If you need links to anything that I've talked about in the video, please check the video description down below. And please take care of yourself, stay safe, wear your mask, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye!